So GM is improving the warranties on one of their engines. This is big news, but it's a little weird how it came about. They're improving one engine, but only in one specific model. So welcome back to All Cars Y'all. I am John, and what we're talking about today is the 2.7 liter L3B engine that is used in the Silverado and the Colorado. GM is improving the warranty on those. Now, this news actually started coming out a few days ago. And I've held off on it because I'm really interested in it, but I was waiting for more verification. Now, GM Authority and Motor One are both reporting on it and have apparently spoken with Chevy spokespersons and verified that this is true. And what we're talking about is that 2.7 liter turbocharged four-cylinder that is now standard in the Silverado and most trims and in the Colorado at varying performance levels. What GM is doing is improving the warranty on that specific powertrain. Now I'm going to tell you what the details are, and then I'm going to tell you my opinion, so stick around for a minute. The first thing is it's a little funny how they're doing it. Now I have been to the GM press room, and there's absolutely no information about this at all officially. Just from those other two sources is where I've found it so far. Now, the 2.7 liter dates back a few years. They've made improvements to it, and it's a really, really impressive engine. I like it. But I get a lot of comments on this channel, and whenever I talk about trucks, people always come out and say, oh, I'm tired of these high-strung, turbocharged engines. They're going to wear out faster than those old-fashioned V8s. I just want a V8. And that's one of the benefits of buying a Chevy truck. They have two different V8s to offer as well as a diesel. But this 2.7 liter is really impressive. The numbers are super impressive, and the build on it is very impressive as well. Fully forged bottom end, and it is built to, I'm going to paraphrase here, it's built to diesel standards. It's built as a truck engine number one, and Chevy does actually say they tested it to the same standards as their V8 engines. So they're really leaning into making this as strong as possible. But unfortunately, a lot of consumers don't believe that's going to be the case. And I imagine that I'm not the only one that's heard that criticism. So what Chevy is doing, they made that the base engine on many of the trims for the Silverado. They've also changed the name. It's now the Turbo Max engine. But what they've done is they've improved the warranty on it. So when you look at Chevy, they have basically a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. They have a corrosion plan, 6-year, 100,000 miles, and most of their powertrains offer 5 years or 60,000 miles. The Duramax diesel gets 5 years, 100,000 miles. Now what they're doing is they are actually making the warranty on that 2.7 liter turbocharged four-cylinder the 5-year, 100,000 miles. Now I have heard earlier, I heard it yesterday, it seems the information was deleted, that it was 6 years, 100,000 miles, but a Chevy spokesperson had said that they're matching the diesel, so I believe it's going to be 5 years, 100,000 mile warranty on this. Once I hear something from Chevy officially, I'll let you know, but that's basically 40,000 miles better than anybody else is offering out there. And it's Chevy leaning in, it's GM leaning into this and saying, look, we designed this as a truck engine, we designed it to work, we designed it to tow and live up to what our V8s can do, and we're going to stand behind it. So that's the news. I'm pretty impressed, actually. I like this engine a lot. I like the numbers it generates. I like the performance. I like everything it does. Up until the point you get to, if you're towing a lot, or if you're hauling a lot of stuff, maybe one of the V8s or the diesel would be better for you. But for most people, the vast majority of people who are buying these trucks who are not tradesmen or contractors and hauling things or, towing their livestock, this is more than enough. This is a really, really, really good engine. But there's a giant caveat here. This is how I know if you've stayed with me in this video. This warranty extension is only on the Silverado. It's not on the Colorado. So when they redesigned the Colorado recently, they made the 2.7 liter the standard engine, but it comes in three different, as I recall, three different power levels, right? But they're not extending the extended warranty over there, only on the Silverado. And so I think it's obvious the reason they're doing this is because there's this uneasiness in the marketplace about a 2.7 liter. No matter how big it is at 2.7, no matter how much power it generates, no matter how much the torque is, that it's a high strong 4-cylinder engine. Well, this isn't the 80s anymore. And GM is trying to reassure people. I like this move. I like this move by them a lot. I wish they were advertising it. I hope they plow into this a little bit more here with the 2024 models as it comes out in effect. But I did a whole video about warranties and do they really matter? And on the one hand, they do. If something breaks and the manufacturer says, I'm going to go ahead and fix that for you, that's great. But if it's an unreliable vehicle and it happens all the time, them standing behind it does not take away the inconvenience to you, being stranded on the side of the road, or it doesn't start in the morning, you have to have it towed, you have to find a loaner, or you have to get a rental, or on and on and on. You hear a lot of these stories, you hear them a lot of times from Kia people. Standing behind it doesn't mean it's not an inconvenience for you and, maybe get you in trouble with your employer. But this feels a little bit different to me. This is not just a marketing move. This is not just okay, we're going to have these extra charges and we can absorb that in the price. This feels like GM is proud of the product and they're trying to head off some of the criticism of them offering this 4-cylinder engine as the base engine in their trucks when other manufacturers are offering much bigger engines. My problem is that it's not creating a much more affordable truck. It's not creating a smaller full-size truck that's more easy to get into and out of. It's not creating outrageously great gas mileage. It is a solid engine. It's got a lot of technology behind it. But it's only slightly better in the city than, say, the smaller V8. I think if I was buying a Silverado, I would choose the 2.7 liter because I'm so impressed with the technology behind it and the fact that it's a clean sheet design. I would take the chance, personally, because I'm not going to haul anything really. I'm not going to tow anything really. And I think it offers everything I need, just a tiny, tiny bit of improvement over that V8. But I understand people's concerns about it. And the fact that GM is stepping up to offer an extended warranty and say, hey, this is going to last, I'm pretty impressed. Let me know your thoughts below, guys. Thanks for being here.